Shiloh has been the focal point of Almagro. It was built in 1865. Two of the structures that were built were blown down by a storm. We're living now in the third structure. Um, in Almagro, Shiloh was a gathering place where young men met young ladies and young ladies met young men. Um, on Sundays, on Wednesdays, the congregation would come and receive the Word of God. They've had several pastors. I'm the longest that have been here, 40 years now.
Just loving Almagro. This was a city within itself, a black, independent city. It had its own post office, fire station. We're right down the street from the old hospital where I was born at.
Jacksonville was Almagro. It's Almagro now.
Almagro was a very lovely neighborhood to live in. Everyone was just as family. If you had, well, everyone had.
Almagro was incorporated, it was a town, and its county seat was in Chatham. So Almagro had stores, a mattress factory, a broom factory. It had grocery stores, wood yard, coal yard. It had its own black judge, it had the police department, it had a post office. So it was a little small town. It had its own school. So when I came, the school was made available for sale because once Almagro was purchased or annexed, I might say, by the city, it closed down the school and the students had to go to E.A. Gibson Middle School or elementary school. And then the city took the school, the Almagro School, and converted it to a recreational center. And so we brought in all kinds of individuals to expose them to our students, to our children. And then on Wednesdays, we'll bring them here to the church to teach them church ethics, how to act in church, how to behave in church. And when summer was over, we continued our tutorial program. Children would come to us with maybe an F average by the end of the school year. They were either an AB student. Many of them have gone on to Virginia Tech, Winston-Salem State. We had a couple to study overseas. So we had a very successful youth program because out of our summer youth program, we established a choir that would sing during our worship services. So, and the other building was the Winslow Hospital that we wanted to convert to a nursing home. But that did not span out because someone beat us to it, and I don't know if the opportunity will allow us to try and get it again or not, but we've been trying to get involved in the community to benefit not only the youth, because with the outreach center that we established, we wanted to nurture the children coming into the world, and then being able to obtain, at that time, hoping to obtain the Winslow Hospital. We wanted to nurture the elderly on their way out. Peters Park was a historical landmark for Almagro. Mr. James Peters purchased the property. He developed it, had minor league baseball. They said that Jackie Robinson played in that field and other well-known major baseball players. When they put up the lights, it was the first stadium that housed a night game. And when I came, minor league teams were playing. And of course, as time passed, it faded out and lay dormant, and we sought to secure it. And we were fortunate to buy it. And we wanted to build, and to build, we wanted to add what we had at the Almagro Outreach Center. We wanted it to become a part of the structure. The Boys and Girls Club committee came and sought land, and we decided, because they played into the scheme of our building, we would let them have half of the 8 acres that Peters Park rested on. And so we believed that once they built, then what we had planned for our youth could be shifted to the Boys and Girls Club. One of the things that I wanted was a marker that would be established to let someone and a future generation know of the history of Peters Park in the Almagro community. And being that Almagro is quickly fading, we want a marker to establish the fact that Almagro existed and for a future generation.